Hey folks, welcome back to Crypto Heartbeat. I'm sure you're as excited as I am about the launch of the PulseChain and just the opportunities and the excitement about our future. I have many people that reach out to me on this channel, and one amazing guy from a hedge fund reached out to me and shared some interesting perspective, and I wanted to share that with you. So this video is all about the fastest asset to $1 trillion. And so let's take a look at the data, and then let's take a look at how exciting PulseChain is going to be. So let's take a look. So the first thing I want to point out here is global market capitalization. So this is the market cap of basically everything on the planet. The first is obviously the biggest one, which is the global real estate market. Its total value is over 300 trillion. Then comes the bond market, fixed income, and equities. Those are over 100 trillion apiece. And then we get to the biggest commodity, which is gold, 11.4 trillion. Apple itself, its total market cap, and of course these things vary, so keep that in mind, day to day, minute by minute. But Apple at 2.8 trillion, Microsoft 2.4, Alphabet, which is obviously Google, and then the list goes on. And you can see the size of these. Well, at the very bottom of the list, you see Bitcoin, and its value obviously changes day to day depending on what the price is. But now let's take a look at the fastest to 1 trillion. Apple got to $1 trillion in market cap in 37 years from its inception. Microsoft, it took 33 years. Amazon, 21 years. Google, 15 years. Tesla, 12 years. Facebook, 9 years. Bitcoin, around the same, 9 to 10 years. And it's fluctuating around $1 trillion right now. But here's what's really fascinating about this new financial system. PulseChain could literally be the fastest to $1 trillion. Now, many debate the value of market cap, but I think this is interesting as we measure market capitalization, which is total value times price, right? So the total amount of something versus the price of it. And what's really fascinating about this, and my friend was sharing this with me because he hadn't seen anything like this, to look at the speed at which things are changing. And I don't see this as just good news about PulseChain. So could you imagine PulseChain reaching $1 trillion in less than a year? That is actually possible. And I think this is something that in the traditional financial system breaks people's brains. This idea, there's just no way that you could have that kind of value. Well, actually you can, and it's a testament to Richard Hart's creativity and tokenomics. And I think what's really fascinating about this is it's very possible that on paper, the PulseChain will reach 1 trillion in value the fastest of any asset that ever has. And I think that this is a really interesting yardstick, if you will. It's a way in which I think Richard becomes the king of crypto, which is fantastic. But being the fastest to $1 trillion is really, this is a point of pride for us, and we're a part of making this happen. And so there's so many things to be excited about within the PulseChain. I mean, 2022, this is going to be an amazing year for us, but it's also going to be a year of challenges globally. And with all of the opportunities that are in front of us, on this channel, I want to encourage you to plan ahead. I believe we're going to find ourselves in a position of abundance. And as a community, we need to work together to improve the lives of other people, because not that many people actually know about crypto. It's just not mainstream. And you're going to get a lot of attention because you're going to have a lot of resources. And so one, you need to be cautious, but two, you also need to plan ahead because you have a responsibility. The fact that you know this information, that you're aware of these opportunities, that you're seizing these opportunities, Because it's one thing to know about it, and it's another thing to do and act and take advantage of the opportunity. But I don't think these are for no reason. I think that there's a reason that you've been given this insight. It's a reason you've been given this resource. And I just challenge you to reflect on what your role is in making the world a better place, because things are changing dramatically and they're getting out of the hands of the elite power brokers and they're put into regular people's hands like you and me. And I believe that our responsibility is to work together to make the lives of our families, our communities, our world a better place. PulseChain could be the fastest asset to $1 trillion. Thanks for watching.